Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today the topic of our discussion is physical, psychosocial and cognitive development in different stages of life. And we will discuss that how it affects our personality positively and negatively. According to the age of an individual in physical, psychosocial and cognitive development, there are 5 stages of life. The first stage is infancy and toddlerhood stage, which starts from birth to 2 years. The second stage is the childhood stage, which starts from 3 years to 11 or 12 years. The third one is adolescent stage, which starts from 13 years to 19 years. The fourth one is adulthood stage, which starts from 20 years to 65 years. And the last one is late adulthood stage, which starts from 65 years till death. In this video, I am going to explain the first 2 stages of it. First, infancy and toddlerhood stage. Infancy means without language. It means that newborn babies whose mind is blank. So with the help of experiences, they learn. At this stage, development is in cognition, emotions, perceptions, motor activities, and side-by-side improvement comes in their language abilities. For example, at start, babies can't identify anyone, but slowly and gradually in 2-3 months, they identify their mother and those who spend most of the time with them. We can recognize it that when some strangers come to the home, so the child feels uncomfortable with those strangers. Thus, we can say the child has identified those with whom he or she is attached. Physical development. Physical change means the visible and observable changes like body, weight, height, brain size expansion, etc. All these are physical changes. Physical development is quite fast and rapid in this stage. Even doctors also say in first year weight increases 1/3 in infancy and the same is height. And rapid change comes in brain size too. Physical development includes hearing, vision, perceptual development and etc. It is the development in sequence. For example, starting from head, chest, hands and then legs. It means first babies start from controlling head without support, gripping, slowly they start standing with some support. Subsequently, they start standing, walking and even running to the age of 2 years. Social and emotional development. It includes all the emotions. For example, when children like anything, they can demonstrate their smile. But if they don't like it, they can show it through their anger. They don't say it verbally, but they show it through their expressions, like showing sadness and surprise by their expressions, showing their happiness by laughter and smile, and showing disliking anything by anger, sadness, and crying. All these are about at 6 months of age. They can respond when they are called by their name. It is at about 6 to 12 months of age. Cognitive development. It means how the intellectual and the intelligence is developed at this stage. For example, when we do an action and the child likes it, he shows happiness and laughter. He expresses that he wants to see that action again by making some kind of sounds and voices. The same, if there is any heater in a room and the child goes near to it, from its heat, child identifies that it may hurt me by its heat. How he identified and recognized that? It is because of his cognitive and intellectual development. At the end of 9 months, an infant demonstrates object permanence. Object permanence means when we hide something from a child, for the time being he thinks it's disappeared. But later on, he brings back that thing from its hidden place. We made him busy in other things, so for time being he got busy with us. But he actually had that thing in his mind. Lastly, language ability is developed at this stage. First child just hear the words in sentences. It is stored in his mind, then gradually he starts saying little words at about 2 years. Second, the childhood stage. Physical development. The childhood stage in physical development has 2 parts. The first part is early childhood, which is from 3 years to 6 years. At this stage, growth rate is a little slower than infancy stage. Mobility is more observable, means children at this stage can easily walk, run, sit, and stand. Here, arms and legs grow longer, and brain and head grow rapidly. The second part is late childhood or pre-adolescence, which is from 6 years to 11 or 12 years. At this stage, importance is given to physical strength of a child. Different parts of body become stronger. But if any child is not growing physically at this stage, he or she might be emotionally and socially depressed. Psychosocial development. At this stage, children can communicate and express their feelings and needs with others. They can say full sentences. They can better control their physical movement and coordinate their body parts betterly. There are three important socio-emotional development at this stage. The first is development of self. It means their self-identity, their aims and purpose of life, and what society expects from them. All these are self-development qualities. The second development is gender role. It means that for being a male, what are his responsibilities in the society, home, school, workplace, or etc. The same for a female, what are her responsibilities in the society, home, workplace. The third is moral development. Moral means a child morally develops and change comes in his morality, like self-thinking, improvement in mental growth, individualism in exchange, and social approval. Social approval means he follows society's laws and norms to get approval from the society. At this stage, children enter school, environment changes for him or her, and it can bring positive and negative changes. It can bring feelings of independency and freedom in children. As we have different parenting styles which have different qualities and characteristics, which also has an impact on socialization of children. So we can say family, parents, and peer groups play an important role in psychosocial development. Cognitive development. At this stage, child starts questioning to know the answers. Questions like why, how, where, like why is something happening, how is anything happening, or where it happened from. These are the questions which are mostly asked by the children at this stage. At this stage, cognitive abilities like memory, perception, thinking abilities, reasoning, and problem-solving abilities develop in children. JP said children are also as intelligent as adults, but children's thinking is different. They don't have the same experiences as adults, that's why their learning ability is lesser. Children at this stage talk on concrete things, that's why their cognitive ability is a little limited, and they are not able to use logic. On the other hand, JP in concrete operational stage says children at age of 7 to 12 years can use their mind to solve problems and they can think more logically. Now, we will talk about some positive and negative effects of these changes. Positive effects like trust, confidence, loving, physical skills, assertive, more initiative, learning new skills, dresses self, speaks clearly, uses full sentences, and etc. Negative effects like mistrust, thumb sucking, nail biting, dependency, immaturity, passivity, have no interests, introvert, incompetence, inferiority, and etc. For example, a child is unaware of his environment at this stage. He is uncertain. He doesn't know what's going on in his surroundings, as he is dependent on his parents. If his parents provide him proper care and love and give him proper time, it means that he is treated with love and care. Then the ability of confidence is developed in that child. He reaches certainty from his uncertainty, which means that his basic, biological, and psychological needs are fulfilled, which avail him trust. But if he is not treated with love and care, then the sense of mistrust develops in him, and because of this, sense of fear develops, and It furtherly may cause anxiety or psychological problem, as there is a rapid physical growth at these age groups. So, in most of the things, kids at 2 or 3 years of age prefer to do anything by themselves. If you let them do, they become independent because they realize the sense of independency and they think they can do anything by themselves. But if you restrict them in doing things, then the sense of shame and doubt develops because they will think they can't do anything. They will have doubt in doing anything and they think that they may not be able to do it and they feel ashamed. We may restrict them because of our own protection that they don't get hurt, but it will lead to the development of doubt and shame in their own self. Their personality will be messy, wasteful, disorganized, careless, and destructive. At the age of 3 to 5, children's relationship starts with the people of their same age group. It can be in their school, home, or relatives. Here we provide them opportunities to take initiative steps, which develops sense of initiative in them. Sense of initiative means they realize they have the ability that they can lead others and others follow them. They will have leadership qualities. But on the other side, if they are not provided with the opportunities, they may start following others and it makes them dependent. Initiative leadership qualities won't develop in them. In fact, sense of guilt will be developed, and lastly, it will lead to the development of psychosocial problems. After their school age started, children face many events at this level, as at school age, so we will explain two situations. The first situation is if a child is failed at school and if his parents don't rush on him, encourage him to do hard work for the next time to get success in the future, he will be liked by the teachers or fellows, he will get rewards and so on. By such encouragements, sense of making identity and industry will be created in him. About this, Erickson says, in this stage, we can create sense of hardworking and identity in a child. The second situation is if he is failed and we don't encourage him for the next try. In fact, instead of encouraging, we discourage him. He will lose heart, the sense of inferiority will be created in him, his fixation will be inability to form close relationships as an adult, he won't have close friends, and he will have immature behavior. Thank you for watching.